I feel threatened.
You can see my face right now. Very
I had to do your little math there to make that work. He's
What?
5, right?
Yeah.
Then I did it.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Pallet House. Did you get
It's
that
not
going?
math, it's counting, actually, but call it what you will.
Counting is not the strong suit.
I did that
Right.
counting you suggested.
Calculus in his world.
Exactly.
Did you go ahead and hit that button?
Yeah, what button?
Beautiful mind shit
The
going.
button?
I
behind his
would
head.
look for a red light. The red light means it's go.
I see no red light. Okay, excellent.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's the
right.
wrong guy. Yeah. Look for a brown light.
Oh, there's definitely one blinking on the side of it. Things are
Yeah.
looking good. Right, excellent. What's going on, everybody? Here's hoping that you have had a Merry Christmas, good Hanukkah, all the things that are now behind us as this episode comes out a day late. But sometimes you have to wait that extra day so that you can get your gift. And our gift this year is the return.
The return.
Of the original old school.
Heyo. Surprisingly, that actually drew up a memory in my mind of a bathroom experience in a hotel.
Yeah. I like bird watching more myself.
Welcome back, man. We have had you on the
I've been
soundboard.
watching a lot of birds recently. still.
Nice.
Have you been?
How are they?
Yeah, pretty cool.
going
Yeah?
on out
Got some hawks.
Really?
Yeah,
Many buzzards.
tons of buzzards.
Those bastards. Serious
Look-
wingspan.
Big wingspan.
Yeah, yeah.
I almost hit one with my car,
Really?
eating something on the middle of the road, and
Like a popsicle?
you might. Yeah,
You were
yeah,
there?
kinda look- yeah. I think it was a.
Did we tell the story of the owl
Like a
that flew
dead
into
deer.
the car? Was that on the show here?
No, I don't
I don't
know.
think so.
know what you're
Oh
talking
my
about.
God! The dude that was delivering papers and the owl flew in the passenger window, knocked the
No.
dude out.
Oh
And
shit!
he woke up and came to, and the owl was sitting next to him in the shotgun of the seat.
He didn't like wreck.
I heard that's good
Yes.
luck.
I don't know where I
That's
heard
good
this
luck.
story. I know where I heard it from dudes out in Powhatan were telling me the story.
That adds up.
Yeah.
exactly.
He probably knew the guy.
For sure.
I had a crane once driving down the road.
What? Did you really?
Yeah, this thing just came out of the middle.
You
of
shouldn't
on
have
the side of
swerved into the fucking zoo. That was wrong, dude.
Dude, this thing, like, it was trying to take off. You could just see it, and it was just so slow. It was in slow motion, and then the front of the car hit the neck.
I love
and it
that
wrapped around. And,
Pat was so dialed in; it was all in slow motion. Yet he still managed to hit the
Yeah,
crane.
exactly. We sure it wasn't an osprey.
I don't know what it was. It just had a really long neck.
You need to watch more birds, I feel like.
Osprey's a bird of
Oh
prey.
yeah, well, it definitely wasn't an osprey.
Yeah.
Those are pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Been watching birds a lot recently.
I do.
That is great.
The drops are so
I
much
watch
better when Pat's
birds.
here.
I watch birds. you know?
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
Is that what
mad
you
at
do?
you.
Like coffee in the morning? You sit there and watch birds?
He's got those binoculars that hang off.
Oh, it's like a legit hobby that you have.
No, but I do pay
Oh.
attention.
I notice them when they fly.
when his bird
Basically,
watch,
you watch what everyone else does.
when his bird watching
Yeah, pretty
buddies
much.
hear about this, they're gonna boot his ass out
For
of the club.
sure. He's yeah.
They don't listen to it. Fortunately.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is good to have you back already.
Yeah.
Like I've missed you, man. I've missed you. You've been a busy man. You've had multiple jobs. You got a kid. I mean, you've been like all over the place.
Shucking
so.
and jiving.
Definitely have been, and got a new job now. So
Cool.
Switch jobs again.
yeah, I'm on the ground floor once again.
There
Good
you
for
go.
you. That's how you do it.
Hey,
Yep.
there's only one way from there, and that's up. Yeah.
Lateral.
Right. yeah. Yeah. I'll do this job until I find a new one where I can get back in
That's
on
right,
the ground floor.
yeah.
I don't really like climbing the ladder
Exactly.
so much. Rather just step into another.
Yeah.
Scared of success or heights or however that works.
Whatever.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, doing the same job forever sucks. We all get that.
That's
Oh,
a fact.
yeah. That's
I'm not
for sure.
Not a huge
I
fan.
don't know anything about that.
I'll just take your
Take
word.
it from us.
Yeah.
I'll have to take
It's
you
a
at your
little
word.
repetitive.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all good. There's something to be said for consistency. So, but I'm glad to have you back. Speaking of inconsistencies, it is
Pat
good
is
to have
back.
you back in here. Because, I mean, the very first episode was like 4 years ago.
Almost 4 years ago.
At this point. And, I mean, it really was. It was Pat
The
and
Pat
I-
and Brendan show.
Yeah, it was the Pat and Brendan show, which the
Didn't
first.
even have a name for it, I don't think.
I don't know if we did have a name for it at that
I don't
point.
think so.
And if you listen to the first episode, it's actually my perfect
One of the best.
episodes because the first 5 minutes I have Pat's mic turned off the entire time. And so I'm just like, this is the best episode. It's like, is this really working? This is going really well.
Yeah.
It's just me telling stories.
And you're so much better of a producer now.
Literally the same problems crop up time and time again. That's why Ely was talking about trying to institute the video side of things, and I was just like, I can't be the one. Like,
Yeah.
I can't. I'll screw it up.
Well, when we met for lunch, I was like, "Hey, man, I want to start doing some like history videos from the Pallet House." And you're like, "Well, that's perfect because I wanted to start a podcast. So
Here we are.
let's start a podcast."
That's crazy.
It worked, man.
Yeah.
It was excellent. In fact, do you remember what like the main topic of that very first episode?
We've successfully not talked shit about history.
Probably.
That's
I
right.
need to come back on here and
Yeah.
drop some history knowledge.
There we go.
Was it mostly hot bird talk?
Hot bird talk.
Actually,
Yeah.
it was mostly bathroom talk. I
Right.
believe.
The origins of bird, comma, big.
If you look at it, the first episode had me talking about the bulls, and then bidets, and really not much has changed.
Yeah.
Because that first episode, I was excited about the bulls, and then they fell apart and sucked, and now
4 years strong now.
as of
I did
today,
hear a rumor, though, that you have fulfilled your bidet fantasy.
I have, but I have not fulfilled my bulls fantasy. They are 9 and 26.
Oh, yeah.
Little-
Give that one up.
Little update for everybody. I actually was thinking about burning the ticket on the air to show like, oh right, and then they won 2 games back to back, and I was
Really?
like, they went from 7 to 9 in the course of like 4 days. And I was like, oh no, maybe that's it. Now they're trading away.
I'm so out of the NBA. Like I got on ESPN this morning and saw the topic, the headline that Rose gets chance of MVP. He
On
went
his
off for
return.
like 20 some points in return to Chicago. I was like, oh damn, he's back. That's awesome. They probably won that game, and then I was like, oh, Derrick Rose still isn't on that team.
Yeah, he just smoked us.
Yeah.
like that dude's got 2 bad knees, bad back.
He'll blow his knee out any game now.
He might have just now.
What
Knowing
just
him.
happened? Fucking Pat. But yeah, Ely, to your point, I have fulfilled my bidet fantasy. If anyone hasn't listened to the very first episode 4 years ago,
Don't
that's
go
when
back.
it all started. And I was out in Arizona and I was staying at the Scottsdale Princess, which is like high-end, nice place. And when I got to my room, they had a bidet in there. And
Like a standalone bidet.
standalone
like the old
bidet.
school
Yeah, like old school.
toilet with the bidet
Yeah.
next to it.
And I couldn't get the damn
Sphincter
thing
water
to work.
fountain.
Basically, that's all it is.
Yeah.
That was his original name, and they had to change it.
Yeah. Guys, we're not selling many. What's the problem?
Get a whole truckload of these sphincter water fountains.
What is a sphincter
move.
water fountain in French? Bidet.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go with that.
Yeah.
That does sound better.
Right.
But yeah, I tried to use that thing and I was dialing it in and it had like a hot and a cold knob on it, like tied into the plumbing. And I was messing with
Playing
it.
with fire.
The thing completely shot up into my face the very first time I tried to use it. So then I'm
the poo on me.
drenched in poo. And I was like, this is disgusting. And then I finally dialed it in and I forgot that, you know, like when you're dealing with hot and cold water temperatures, it's very inconsistent until it's finally dialed all the way in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I scalded my butt. I mean, scalded it. That thing went from cold to scalding hot, and I fired off, and now this thing is still pumping water into the air while I'm like patting my butt. Like, this is horrible. And for some reason at that moment, I was
Do you look like Murtaugh just shooting across the
Yeah.
bathroom?
essentially it. And I decided that I was going to get one, but it had to be better than that.
Riggs!
So then when I went to Italy, it like further, because everywhere you go has them.
Well, was this 4 years ago? Did they have the newfangled attachments that they have now? Like where you just you get the seat attachment. You don't get
finger?
a whole bidet.
Yeah, it just goes in and tickles it all off.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. No, they did over in Japan.
Okay.
Like the Europeans kind of came up with it, but they didn't fix it. Like the Japanese came
yeah,
in and went,
right.
you guys are idiots.
Yeah.
We have all this technology. Let's do
Right.
this right.
Of course,
And so I've been looking at them
We made Atari.
that's what they do.
Yeah.
We made Atari.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many bits was that thing? 8-bit was Nintendo, and that was mind-blowing. So
Yeah.
that was an Atari.
4. Quattro.
Dose,
It all sounds
dose
right.
bit.
But they've dialed it in. And I've been hunting for one of these things for years, but it's very difficult to justify such an expense on a butt cleaner.
What's the average cost? We've talked about this, but what are they? 200 to
So
two grand?
there's a brand called Tushy that makes one that's like 100.
Of course, there's a brand called Tushy.
Dude, they were
Guys, I got the perfect name.
Yeah.
they were all over like the New York subways. In fact, there was a big controversy here in the last like 2 months where they kept putting up all these kind of like tongue-in-cheek.
I see what you did there.
All these tongue-in-cheek ads about cleaning your tushy.
I think Heine would
You
be
ever
better,
want
don't
a
you?
sphincter water fountain?
Right. Yeah.
Try the Tushy.
Exactly.
So that's the lowest cost one that I think people like, the
Yeah,
tushy.
that's the one that just hooks off the.
Direct to your it doesn't need power.
Yeah.
It just uses the existing water pressure in your home.
Oh, really?
So it doesn't heat it
Yeah.
up or anything. You're
But
just getting.
for a little more, you can get a plug-in version that does heat it up.
The high dollar Tushy.
Yeah, but the entry point is about $1.20.
Okay.
For a standard tushy, and then Toto makes washlets that'll go up to like $1,500.
I guarantee there's $5,000 versions of those out there.
Definitely, but like what you're gonna find if you're just shopping around on the main hubs like BidetKing.com,
Yeah.
obviously.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
So,
You mean our sponsor?
yeah, don't forget put ITPH in the coupon code and you'll
It'll
pay
get
the
you
exact
nothing.
price.
Yeah. You'll get to pay full price.
It might not register, but
It's
Call
a good
customer
time.
service and let them know.
Exactly. So I ended up spending about $500 on it, which is like that gets you a tankless water heater. It gets you a heated seat. It gets you kind of everything you need. It even has a feature where it sprays in the bowl beforehand because according to the instruction manual, so dirt doesn't stick.
Yeah.
Which is a euphemism
we
for
know
shit.
what.
When
it
you,
is.
so when you knock your shoes off,
Everyone's
of the
got
toilet-
dirt on their sphincter.
But so I've been dropping this hint for 4 years. Like I want a bidet. I want a bidet. Here's the ones. My wife has been aware of every bidet that I have coveted since 4 years ago, and every Christmas, nothing shows up under the tree, and I can't justify spending because the one I wanted was $900. This $500 version is a total washlet that all of a sudden
That's the one you got, the $500 version?
Yeah, it dropped in price. Like this, they made a new version that's supposed to be kind of mid range.
and when you renovated your bathroom, you had power put in, right?
And my wife was like, "Why is there an outlet next to our toilet now?" And I was like, "Because I'm getting a bidet. It's coming." And she was like, "I can't believe you put that there." And I talked to as soon as the electrician showed up, I was like, "Yeah, can light there, and
a
definitely
can light here.
Definitely
Get it?
need one right here." He's like, "Why would you want one next to the toilet?" I'm like, just
He
put
hadn't
it
heard
in.
that?
He pieced it together once I
You don't know
explained-
about the
but
tushy?
He's not a plumber. He's an electrician.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't
Yeah.
live in the bidet world. He's like, what? I was like, I need a GFCI. Is that what they're called? Those outlets? It's like, I need one of those right there. So it got put in, but that's been a year, and I realized it's not coming. Like, no one's going to buy me this. This is going to be the go-kart of my youth, which I asked for every Christmas and never
Yeah.
got. I was like, forget it. I'm buying it my damn self. And I had it shipped in, and I wrapped that bad boy. And then I went over and I Christmas storied that bitch. I put it behind a piece of furniture.
Yeah, you did.
Like in the house. And everybody opened their presents. We were all done. And I was like, did everybody get what they wanted? Like went through the whole Christmas story setup. It was,
Yes.
And
it
no
was
one
a-
saw it coming.
No one saw it coming. It was beautiful. And then I was like, wait,
What's that?
what's over there behind the liquor cabinet?
Your girls got all excited.
Yes.
Yeah,
I was
they're
gonna
like, what
say,
is it? I was like, who's it to? And they're like, it just says dad on it. I'm like, who's it from? They're like, it doesn't say. I was like, that's so weird. I was like, well, let's open
Santa?
it. And that was the line I started pulling. I was like, Santa must have brought me something. And I opened it up. I'm like, a Toto Washlet K300.
But you're going to shoot your eye out.
yeah, you will.
Well, you learned his lesson the first time.
Yeah,
I can hear your wife's eyes rolling as you're going down this spiel.
for sure.
Dude, she looked at me like, you asshole. And she had actually made a
And how many times has she used it since then?
Dude,
She's not going to tell you.
I don't think she has it all because, all right, so I put this thing in. It looks like a fucking
He's doing
spaceship
research.
landed
Does
on
it
our
really?
toilet. It is
awful
so
looking?
awful.
Oh, that
looking.
is great.
And I knew it was going to be bad. That's why, like, those really expensive ones get thinner and thinner. This one's only a half-inch thicker than, like,
Yeah.
the super expensive. So I was like,
Yeah.
that's a good
It
deal.
was
They
like
have-
getting the first flat screen TV as opposed
Right.
to the new
He's
flat
got
screen
a
TV.
he's got a tube bidet.
That's right.
Yeah.
it's got a giant base
It
on
ain't
the bottom.
LED.
The speakers are better in this. But
Right.
Yeah.
But so, yeah, it's only like I guess it's 5 inches tall. The ones that are like $200, $300, they're 9 inches tall off the back of your base because
Whoa.
they have a big water tank in them to heat the water and
Yeah.
everything. And I was like, she'll kill me. So I know that what I got is actually the best looking bidet I could afford for
Yeah.
sure. And it's only a ½ inch bigger than the ones that cost over $1,000.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I have.
Because they can only get so small, I would assume.
Yeah, because they still got to have all that crap in there.
I hope not.
Up, up.
I don't mean to be doing these, but I'm just so hot. I'm so hot
Just
right now.
killing it.
And I put that thing on and I like installed it. Of course, everyone else's gifts like don't have batteries in them. Like I ran upstairs and installed the bidet because I knew that I had gotten her an espresso maker and I was one espresso away from desperately needing a bidet.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll install that in a second. Just let me get this in. And I stood back and looked at it and I'm in love with it.
Really?
And was like, oh, that looks awful on
Yeah.
that toilet. I was like, honey, you want to come up and look at this?
Could you get a brand new bathroom?
Whole bathroom's new. But I have a Toto toilet, so I was like,
So
this
you
is the
put
one.
it. I'm trying to.
Yeah, what's the
think.
setup here?
Yeah, because see, at my house, I wouldn't have put it in the master. I don't think.
My office is up in the master, and I work from home, so
Oh, okay. Yeah.
you know, there's no. I don't want to be dragging around. Plus,
Yeah,
if
but
I-
it's either your master, the guest bathroom downstairs, or the girls' bathroom.
yeah,
So you're not.
Oh,
gonna,
okay.
like,
Yeah.
that's true because I only have the 3.
He's got like 6 bathrooms. So
Yeah, he's like, I'd put it in
Pick one.
the private corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have that luxury, but I do have luxury.
my
Yeah.
boys had a apartment back when we were right out of college, and it was a big ass apartment on Monument Avenue, and it had a little half bath and one tiny little office that no one used, and they called it Sector 9 because that's where everyone went to shit.
Sector 9.
Yeah, like you knew somebody was in Sector 9, they were doing damage.
The only reason I ask is I'm trying to test drive this thing.
Oh, I would.
Yeah.
Honestly, like at first I was like, I don't want anyone's butt on here. And now I'm like, you got to get your butt on this thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Like it's amazing. But when she saw it, she came up and was like, what is this? You've ruined the bathroom.
That is
I was
great.
like, I have upgraded the bathroom. She's like, oh, if we sell the house, are you going to keep it on there? I was like, no. She's like, then you didn't upgrade the bathroom. Like, don't pull this resale value shit on me. It's like, yeah, well played.
Yeah, but nobody
But-
goes like.
She literally went and peed in another room. Like she had to pee and she looked at it and goes, I'm not sitting on that thing. I mean, it's big. And so she went in the other room, but then the other night she had the middle of the night pee. She sat down. There was a heated seat waiting for her.
Yeah.
She was like, well, that was nice.
Yeah.
And she admitted that there's no cold seat in the middle of the night. Like it's right, there's a little light there. I mean, it's like
Yep.
bathroom got a little nicer, but she
didn't know-
has not turned on the water. That's
No?
for sure.
I've always
I
heard
don't
people
believe
talk
so.
about the cold toilet seat. I'm like, your house is heated to
Yeah. It never has
like
phased me once in my
was
life.
it? The toilet seat's 46 degrees.
Yeah.
No, the toilet seat is the same.
70. Yeah. Right.
Do you like a heated seat in the car?
Yeah, but I get in the car. The car's been outside in 32
Yeah.
degrees.
See, that's the
I
beauty.
just feel
This
like
is
after you sit down, it just kind of it acclimates really
Yeah,
quickly.
exactly.
it
Right.
does. Like it's a total luxury.
First world.
Yeah, it is the first world problem.
Yeah.
I'm like I haven't even like turned on any of the energy saver options because currently I want it to be doing all the things it does, and I'll get my bill next month and see if there's been any noticeable difference. Hopefully
Right.
not. But that thing's amazing, man. Like it's crazy. You sit there in that heated seat, and then you hear it when you sit down. It's like psh, it sprays the inside of the toilet, and you're like, oh. And then
Like sprays it for like a poopery pre-funk.
it just
dissipator?
sprays water all over the bowl, so that if you splatter on it, it just goes away.
Oh, okay.
So that there's no like mess in the
Okay.
toilet.
Yeah.
Which is actually worked really well.
Yeah.
But then you're sitting there and I turn that thing on. It's instant hot water.
So really? So when you are like, hey, I'm going to be deucing here and I want to spray the sphincter, you flip the switch.
It's got a remote. And so I look at the remote and I'm like,
So you can
all
do
right.
it while you're shitting across the room.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're not sitting on the toilet, it won't engage.
Okay.
That's a safety feature. Not
Dude,
like
that's
the one
what you
in
do. You take the
Scottsdale.
remote into the bedroom, and when the wife goes in there,
Oh my God. Yes.
you're welcome.
Can you activate
right.
spray with the remote?
Yeah, I can activate everything.
Yes, you
I can
do.
change. I have pressure settings. I have
Why would you
temperature
not do
settings.
that?
Exactly.
It's got a female front spray. Like it has a different nozzle that sprays gently on the front. I didn't even know
Yeah,
this was a
because you
thing.
don't want the old brown water leaking into the front gray water.
Maybe so. I don't know.
That's why you don't spray from the back.
That's true. So
That
it
is
does.
true.
It sprays the other way.
Yeah.
But And it's completely adjustable, the length of it. So depending on where you're sitting, you can come way out towards the front of the bowl, out to the back. And then it's got like a feature, you hit it and it just pulsates back and forth. Like, just cleans everything out. And then when you're done, you hit another button, and the thing retracts, and then air dryer starts blowing. It's got heated air. It's like a little blow dryer on your bum.
Have you used a single square of toilet paper since Christmas Day?
Once. I wanted to
Really?
see how
Because
clean
you
it was.
forgot you didn't need
How
to.
clean was it?
It was clean.
Really?
It was clean. It was spotless.
What?
I couldn't believe it.
That is awesome.
I was so happy. I was like, I gotta know. And I was
Yeah,
like,
you have to know.
woo! It works.
So even with like, you don't need the toilet paper to dry off. The dryer does it.
That's the thing. If you really want to, like, if you got to get up and go,
Yeah.
you're better off. But if you got another article to read, just allow the blower to
Yeah.
blow.
Yeah.
And you're fine. And I've pulled on underwear and been like, hey, that was a little. It's fine.
And even if you're not drying off your sphincter, like having nice air getting blown underneath your balls is one of the best things on earth.
And you can turn
Let
it
'em
down.
breathe.
You can go from
Yeah.
cold all the way up to hot air.
Really? Oh, summertime
Yeah.
Oh,
Do a little
man.
AC on it.
when they're all hot and bothered.
But right now, in
Oh,
the dead
yeah.
of winter, I
Yeah.
am enjoying the hot air.
Right.
Like, it is a nice approach. I'm enjoying the heck out of it. You don't.
Good for you.
Usually, like, your guts start burbling. You're like, oh, I'm probably gonna have it. And I'm like, yes. Now, granted, it's only been like 3 days, but it has been an amazing 3 days. It's a life.
What's the warranty on something like that?
I don't.
Or how
know.
long do they last?
Oh, I
typically?
mean, I see a lot of people talking years and years and years. I mean,
Really?
I would anticipate 5 years at a minimum, and then on. I know a guy who's had one for 7 years now,
Really?
and his works perfectly fine.
What was the brand you got?
Toto Washlet. It's the premier.
Send
I
it.
hope it was
just
made in Africa.
Shit all over it. Throw it in the box and send it back. This thing sucks.
Yeah, it's all over the seat.
Look at this.
It didn't clean itself.
So I sent it back to you just like that because I
Right.
wanted you to see it.
Exactly.
I want to see what you're working with here.
Yeah.
I am an extreme.
You're welcome.
base.
A little market research for you.
It's been amazing.
That's cool, but so now I'm feeling like I need to get one.
I kind of want one now.
It's you always hear people who use them and then they're like, well, I would never go back. I get it. Like, I would never go back. And
So
like,
next house, you're getting one right away, or you're just bringing this one with you.
I was gonna say the problem is you will have to go back because not every toilet you sit on for the rest of your life will have one of those.
So, yeah, you can go to somebody's house at a party
Yep.
and be like, "What is this
Yeah.
third world
You-
toilet bowl?"
And then, like, he'll be in the shower in the middle of the party.
Yes,
He'll be
exactly.
like, I just don't feel clean.
Yeah,
You're gonna
honey,
be
honey,
reading
we're
an
gonna have to go
article
home. I have to poop.
yeah.
at someone else's house. Forget to wipe.
Dingleberries. I haven't had those in 10 years.
It is. It's amazing. It's the best thing. And I'm not. Like they say, like, people chase the dragon. Like, that first high is so high you never can catch it again.
Yeah,
And that's not been the case with the bidet because I'm getting better at dialing it in and knowing what I need to do and positioning. So it's like I don't even think I've reached the dragon yet. It just keeps getting better. It's pretty. It's been awesome. And now I look at people and I'm like, you stick your hand in your ass.
yeah.
You animal.
I've always said it's like it's the 21st century and we're still using wadded up paper.
Yeah.
That's just weird.
You're reaching into your butt. It's the most amazing feeling when you get up and you walk away and you think, I don't need to wash my hands. I still do on principle,
Yeah,
but my hands haven't done
just saying that shit because he's
anything.
on the air.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
No, I have, like, every time since. But you walk by and you're looking at it going, why am I doing this now? Because all I've done is touch my phone and the remote.
yeah.
Which, as the nerds will tell you, probably have more germs on it than the
I probably
toilet.
should start. I should probably keep washing my hands. Actually, let's not just get rid of all of it.
No, a
Yeah,
long time ago, I actually think you told me you were like, "Why do people have to wash their hands after they use the bathroom? If anything, I should wash them before."
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
like, 'cause
exactly.
My hand's been touching everything.
In
Right.
I always
particular,
say
when
that.
you pee.
Yeah, always.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I
Like,
always
I get
thought.
when you take a deuce, but it's like
Yeah.
this thing's been tucked away, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
hidden, in
Clean
a very,
and safe.
Yeah, my hands are just
In a
touching
cotton
everything.
Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
And then I reach in
With
with
denim
my,
over top.
Right.
Like double bag.
Exactly.
Then you reach in with your dirty hand and
Yeah.
grab it. That poor guy.
Kind of like, what they cook one of those pigs, they wrap it up and bury it on the ground.
Exactly.
Kinda same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing, definitely.
Yeah.
Worst luau ever.
Yeah, for sure. Ooh. That's not going to be good.
Better wash that pig off.
That's going to feed all of us. How does that work?
Right.
Rub it, make it bigger.
Exactly.
I'm starving.
Oh, that's just that's just add that to the list of things we talk about in here that we've gotten each other into, because now everybody wants one of these.
I definitely want one.
And then it was the underwear.
It's the damn underwear. I got 5 pairs of fucking Tommy Johns for Christmas this year.
Did you?
Yeah, like I made a comment that I really liked it, and now it's like everyone got them, so now I'm all in.
You're
I
a
mean-
TJ
So
fan.
I
Now,
did
you
get a
guys
pair.
are- okay, what do
yeah,
you
so
think?
I was dying to get a pair because our friend Thomas has been talking about it nonstop.
Literally all he
Everyone that you
talks
come
about.
across, and then so another friend will try it. Then they're like, "It's the best thing ever!" Like,
Yep.
you got to try it. I'm like, "What is so amazing?" So I was like, "I have got to find out what's up with these underwear." So I finally got a pair. Angela got me a pair for Christmas. I was pretty stoked. Bag came in the mail with Tommy John all over the bag on the outside. It's like you're not doing
surprised.
it. You're
Yeah.
not hiding me at all.
Yeah.
Great work. So that day, Christmas Day, showered, and I was like, I'm test driving these things. I threw them on, did a couple jumping jacks, deep knee bends, all that good stuff, squats.
Really got down.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, tested
what's-
the upper limits, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Couple cartwheels,
Right, you know,
back
the-
handspring.
Yeah,
So
like
what's the
Captain
official-
Morgan's thing?
Yeah,
you know,
low.
where it is?
Duke and Morgan.
Captain with my right
Sure,
leg,
yeah.
captain with my left leg, and
Yeah.
feels good.
Dual captain.
The synopsis is that they're not as amazing as they're making it sound. Now, let
Yep,
me say,
I'll give you
they
that.
are amazing, hands down. Like, if you have lived in Boxer World your whole life, or Tidy Whitey World, or $2 pairs of underwear your whole life, they're going to be mind-blowing to you.
Yes.
If you've had pairs of underwear that are 10, 15, 20 bucks, they're basically the same thing. It's just awesome material. They're tight. You know what I mean? They just fit you really well. But they're not like
Yeah.
everyone else is a 10 and these are 100. It's not anywhere like
or
that.
these
at
are
all.
10 and everything else is a 2.
Right, exactly. But the only thing that these do have that's amazing.
Hold on, don't go there, because I got a pair.
What?
I got a pair of Tommy Johns for
Yeah.
Christmas, and I got a pair of the Duluth.
Which I'm dying
Nice.
to know about Duluth.
Yeah, I want
'cause
to try the Duluth ones
looks,
too.
Those commercials, the way they do them, you're just
They're
like,
hilarious.
but you see them and you immediately go,
I belong
Man.
in those.
that shirt has got to be more comfortable than this
Yeah,
piece of shit.
way
I'm
more
wearing."
durable, for sure.
You look at the guy in his jeans and you're like, man, if that guy's comfortable, and it's a bad drawing. And I
It's
look at
horrible.
it and I go, God, do I relate to that guy?
Yeah.
Like everything Duluth has put out, I get amped up about.
Yeah.
But then I went to their website.
And the stuff's really expensive.
I'm like, oh,
Really?
$80
Yeah.
for a flannel shirt. I'll just buy 3
yeah.
for $80.
Yeah.
So my take on the Tommy John's is exactly the same thing. There was one game changer for me that makes me want to go all in, and I'm just like, why isn't everyone else doing this? And is it what you were going to say?
The horizontal slit.
Yeah, the fly.
That is amazing.
Yeah, so instead of the typical fly where it's vertical and they're overlapped,
They
and it's
overlap by
weird and
so
you gotta,
much.
solve this national treasure mystery to get your pecker out.
In fact, when you buy some of the tight underwears, like
Yeah,
these are more
yeah.
spandexy, they don't just have a regular slit. It's like a slit. You got to work around the corner, get in
And
there.
work
Yes,
back
yeah,
around.
sure.
Your
I'm like-
penis is like going.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing?
So
to me?
these have a horizontal slit, and you just flop it right out and pee.
That's
it's like the
amazing.
coolest thing ever.
It's
Yeah.
the one
Yeah.
time the fabric really shows its true colors because
Yeah.
you just reach in and pull it out and go, it's really comfortable,
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
even getting cut off by that ever so gentle fabric.
Right.
Yeah.
So, best briefs you've ever worn? Are they like?
Yeah, because
I
of
mean,
the,
they are.
because
setting
of the
the
slit,
new standard?
but not because of the comfort. People keep talking about the comfort, like you're driving a Lincoln. I'm like, no, this is the same Honda I've always had.
They're
It's
very
just
comfortable.
Cup
but
holders.
You can get a pair of $15 to $20 jockeys that are going to be very comparable, for sure.
I'll tell you that they're not like Brendan was saying where you like feel amazing. You actually forget you're even wearing them. That's what's nice about
Yeah.
them. Like they kind of just go away.
Yeah.
And one of them, they have different levels. One of them's called a second skin, and it kind of feels like that. Like it just feels like you're just not even wearing anything.
Yeah, that's what the jockeys are.
There's no
like,
bunching, no wedgies, none of that.
I have some jockeys where like you take the fabric and you pull them just a little bit, and it's just like you can see through it. Like They're pretty
You wear
cool.
those to the gym?
No.
Just those.
Just those.
That's what I
Yeah,
meant,
exactly. Yeah. Where else would I do the deep knee bends, Troy?
Yeah.
Try my iPod again.
Well,
Exactly.
I guess I'll be over here on the hip abductor.
Yeah.
You guys know the one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Every time a girl gets on the hip abductor, you stop. Oh, what's this? Like,
I was always curious how this machine works.
Did I say that out loud?
Yeah.
you need a spot.
Right.
Yeah.
You just. It's amazing. Thing is,
Yeah.
honestly, if they were naked, it probably wouldn't even be impressive at all. Like,
Not in the
way-
least.
It's not
no.
even- you just get this like.
You make this face. Put it away.
But it's true every time. Every guy in the gym's head turns. Oh, she's on the hip abductor.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's right.
That's a fact.
It's the wildest
Yeah.
thing.
Probably cutting gassers each time it opens up. Yeah. Gig. Hee hee. Yeah.
Oh man.
That machine stinks.
That's what I do. So we used to do that in the Marine Corps. So they used to do sit-ups where the
hip abductor?
dude would sit on your feet.
Yeah.
Like so you'd be in pairs.
Yeah.
Each time I come up, I'm like machine gun fart and giggling the whole time. You know what I mean? And the poor bastard holding your legs is just getting
can't go
slaughtered.
anywhere.
No, just getting destroyed.
Eli, cut it out.
Yeah, it's awesome.
What are we talking about?
How we all ended up having the underwear. So.
Yes.
Yeah,
I was like,
Well, I
how
will
did
say I bought plenty of pairs from like Marshalls and places like
Yeah.
that where you get them and it's like this doesn't fit. This doesn't
Right.
fit right at all. This
Yeah.
is terrible.
Yeah.
But then I'll wear them until basically they fall apart.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Honestly, when
I think an investment in a good quality pair is the way to go.
Yeah.
on Christmas morning, my wife gave me 3 pair, and I was sitting there, and I'm not kidding. I was wearing boxers at that moment that we were opening gifts that I've had to have had since high school.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like they're just torn up and shredded.
Yeah.
And like just
they
I was like,
always
yes.
get torn up right in the bottom where
yeah.
your
Junk starts
Yeah, I
falling
was
out of
wrapping
them.
presents on Christmas Eve and dragging my taint on the carpet. Yeah, the wife's laughing her ass off.
Were you not wearing pants?
No,
He's just wearing 7th grade underwear, no
I
pants.
was wearing my boxers. It was late
I
at
mean,
night.
look, I get it. They
Felt like I needed to
they have
drag
to-
them on the carpet.
they
The
have
weird
to-
thing was he was going like this.
Exactly.
They were scooting like a dog.
Dragging along.
Right, yeah.
That's why you need a bidet.
Yeah. Stop cleaning your ass on the carpet, Julie.
You wouldn't have that urge.
Right. It gets the itch though.
That deep itch.
Yeah,
So does a high pressure warm stream.
for sure.
Just saying. It's fantastic.
You got the boxers with the there's like no elastic left in the band. Those
Oh,
are
yeah.
my
Oh,
go-tos.
yeah.
I haven't
Oh, yeah.
done laundry.
That's the
but-
ones you
Oh,
have to throw
shit.
out when they finally the elastic just gives up the ghost.
Yeah.
And you just got like giant underwear that's 4 feet across, and you're like, I can't even cinch this up. Like I really do have to
Tie knot
throw
in it.
this back.
That is so weird how guys like do not invest. Like I
don't.
am not a saver. I will buy worthless shit all the time, except for underwear.
Yeah, I'll wear the
Yeah.
same pair.
Well, yeah.
It's stupid too because if you think about it, like none of us look that good anyway.
I mean, I
the
look
wife's
pretty good.
and the
Yeah.
wife's gonna see you in your drawers. That's the last thing she's gonna see if you're lucky enough to get her to that point. Try to look halfway
There's the
decent.
Tidy
not-
whities. From
Yeah, right.
92.
Exactly.
Don't look at him from behind.
Yep.
my left nut's hanging out of the bottom of this one.
Which happens in some of those old like middle school boxers. Like you'd be like, "Ow!" Just fell right out the bottom.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
I have no middle school boxers though.
Yeah, me either.
I think mine are probably high school. My oldest one.
Yeah, I think I'd say probably I probably have a pair that's at least 15 to 20 years old.
that's
Yeah.
insanity.
They must have to retire those or start selling them because they've got to be a great brand.
Very true.
Yeah.
But now here we are. We're creating a stable of Tommy Johns and stuff. But so
What was the other ones that Joe Rogan was talking about?
Me undies?
Me
No,
undies, yeah.
Our Joe Rogan.
Oh, what did he say?
I think he used like just Champion, like
No,
from
no, no,
Target
no,
or
no.
something.
Under Armour?
No. It was some other fancy brand.
It could have been Under Armour. Now that you say that.
No.
Well, we'll have to get Joe Rogan back on and ask him about his underwear. Oh,
Fuck.
all right.
It'll come to you.
But so
No, it won't.
what's the Duluth like? Because that is an expensive pair of underwear.
So mine don't fit me well because the size that the wife bought, they're baggy. They fit like boxers, like they're just hanging off me. And I got to think about it. I was talking to Ely pre-show about it. Like they're the same size as Tommy John, but if you think about the dudes that wear Duluth, aka the guy in the picture, like
because they're always
those are big ass
big ass
dudes.
men.
Yeah. So I'm guessing it's just the size is wrong.
Tommy John
They don't
sells
have like
more
a
soy
waistband
boys.
that you can go off
yeah,
of?
that makes sense.
Yeah.
They're all large, extra large. You know,
Oh,
so like
man.
you know,
It's a guessing game at that
yeah.
point.
So some
For sure.
some things you might wear medium, some things you can wear an XL in. I mean, I don't wear medium in anything, but we've all seen sizes like
Yeah,
fluctuate
yeah.
like that.
But that would make sense. Like anyone who makes clothes and their mascot is a big burly dude,
Yeah.
they probably want guys to feel all right. Be like, oh, I don't even need to wear a double XL.
Exactly.
As long as I'm in Duluth,
yeah,
then it's just XL. You know who else does that? Is Tommy Bahama.
yeah.
Because it's like overpriced loungewear,
Yeah.
you
Yep.
know. And
My
so
dad
it's
loves
all,
those.
It's all huge, so you can buy a large and be swimming in it.
Yeah.
'Cause I wear XL and everything. I put on one of those. It's like a freaking parachute. You know,
Yeah.
it's like unbelievable. But because they know their audience,
Yeah.
and you just have to learn it. So you're a Duluth large.
Yeah.
Who
I
knew?
want to try Duluth. I want to try one of those flannels too.
I did get a dope
Got it.
shirt from them, from the wife. That is one of. It's like that performance material, but it's
Wicks?
SPF 50
Oh,
and it's
nice.
got a hood on it, so
that's
it's like
cool.
for going out in the sun.
Huh.
But it's lightweight,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you don't have to
A lightweight hoodie.
lightweight long sleeve
Interesting.
shirt with a hood
nice.
on it. It's really cool, and that fits well. So
and that's an XL.
that's a double XL.
Okay,
You know who's got good clothes? Surprisingly, Bass Pro.
dude.
I like Bass Pro's clothes.
Tons.
I'll wear redhead
Oh.
anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Like every redhead thing I've bought has lasted like. Was that you? I thought.
What?
Honestly, I thought an ice maker just toppled over. Like, and I was like,
I would say
I was
that's
like,
what it sounded like. for
It is
sure.
what it is. I was like, I don't even have an ice maker. Even the ice maker in the house doesn't work. And I thought for a second, maybe that thing hasn't worked in 6 months, and it finally released 6 months
We
of
got
ice.
shit ton of
Yeah.
ice again.
That's right.
Ice maker fired up.
No, it was just me screaming for a bidet. Apparently.
I see that. Honestly, it sounded like an ice maker.
It did sound like an ice maker.
yeah.
That was very odd.
Hey.
I got a bamboo shirt for Christmas. Have you ever felt
Oh,
that
dude.
material?
No, is
I've
it
had
awesome?
some sheets that are
unbelievable.
bamboo, yeah,
Bad comfortable.
silly
Yeah.
soft.
Like soft. It's like stretchy, but not.
Yeah,
Are they
Extreme-
cheap or expensive?
It's expensive.
I want to
Yeah.
say they're
Really?
expensive.
But
yeah.
it does. It shouldn't be because bamboo is a weed and it just grows.
Oh, I got a shit
ridiculous
ton of
rate.
bamboo in my backyard.
it might
Really?
be a pain in the ass to process though.
Oh yeah.
Remember the guy in Carytown that lived next door to me that was really creepy when I was living over by you, Pat?
Does his
Yeah.
name start with a T?
I remember him.
So
Ends with a Y.
yeah,
With an E and an RR.
In
That
the
dude-
middle. Yeah.
that dude was a giant like pain in the ass.
Didn't he have the motorcycle?
Same one as me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Purple.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. That was really odd.
Right.
But right before I moved out, I planted
With
a bunch
pink
of
flames.
bamboo in his yard.
Oh, did you really?
Bamboo in his
I had
yard?
like these old. I don't
Those
know
decorative
if it,
ones.
Yeah, I don't know if it grew, but I was like, you know what? Screw this! And like I just stuck all that shit in his yard.
That's awesome.
Just figured, hook the guy up.
Yeah,
with something that'll
for
last
sure.
forever.
I actually saw that guy about 2 years ago
Really?
and just ducked my head and just turned and walked away.
You
Shoulder
shaking for
rolled out of
change?
there.
He'd done
No,
some.
he was actually, he was talking to somebody. It was in like a coffee shop,
Oh,
but I just wanted to avoid him.
right.
There was one night that guy he had a hot tub in his backyard, and he would always
At the
trying-
Welshly Arms.
trying to get people in the hot tub.
Oh,
It'd be like the ugliest girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Hey, man, come on over.
You're all naked.
yeah.
God. One night I was asking him. I heard him in his yard, and I hollered over the fence and was like, "Hey, man, I got a question." I asked him a question, and he was like, "Dude, you should just come over, man. Like, come on over. I'm just hanging in the hot tub." And I was like, all right. And I walk around, and the dude's just butt ass naked, just staring at me. He's like, "What'd you want to talk about?" And I was like, "Nothing now, dude." Like, what is this? And he
come
had,
on in. The water's fine.
Yeah.
He had some like 4 in the hot tub with him.
Right.
And he's like, "Come on, man."
Carytown
He was
4?
like, he's like, "You gotta." He's like, "You gotta get in here, man." He's like, "Come on, dude. We're drinking. We're having fun." I was like, "I am not getting in that hot tub."
Right.
This
Wow.
is what in the world just
So
happened.
it seems like the guy that remember the guys that eat the food out of the water, they like dropped
yeah,
dropped their sandwich.
that's essentially him. That dude was an.
What are all those
interesting
jellyfish doing in there?
exactly.
guy. It's a saltwater hot tub.
Right.
Yeah, that
He was
dude
like missing all his teeth when we first met him.
Oh, really? Then magically they appeared.
and that wasn't even his fault. He got jumped,
Oh.
and like some dude curbed him.
Ooh.
Oh
Yeah, like he was hitting on some girl in the bar.
no!
The guy, what are
This
the
was in a
odds?
foreign country.
I got this hot tub.
Yeah, wasn't he in like
I
Thailand?
want to say it was Thailand.
Yeah, he was.
Oh,
in, like-
really?
yeah, he was in like Thailand hitting on some girl, and some dude dragged him out and curbed his ass.
Wow.
Like
That
that's
dagger.
Lucky to be alive.
that's the truth. That's the truth. So when we met him,
Especially knowing that the guy was definitely shorter than him.
definitely.
Yes.
Or he ran into some monster from the east, or from the west that had come over and was enjoying all the luxuries of
The
Thailand.
finer things. Yeah.
But yeah, he lost all his teeth. Like when we first met him, though, here's this like toothless guy.
Hot tub.
But he'd been saving up. He did get new teeth by the time we
Yeah.
moved out.
All the girls were feeding him like a baby bird.
It's amazing what teeth will do.
That's
for you.
exactly what was going on.
Kind of
How'd you
important.
know? You were there.
Kind of
Yeah.
important.
They are important for
It
sure.
changes your whole. Because like when he got him in, I was like, oh damn! Like he
Yeah.
went from like kind of this like I'm like, dude, you're a little creepy, and then like he got teeth. I was,
But he
oh,
did
you're
have
like a
the
normal
whistle.
dude.
Yeah.
Remember, he had
What's-
the whistle.
Oh yeah.
No, he did not.
Yeah,
like
he
the
He
dude
got
on
his new
South
teeth,
Park.
and he actually did have the whistle.
Yeah. He always.
Oh,
Awesome. Can he come on the show by any chance?
He'd be a really interesting dude to have on the show. This dude went to Burning Man like before Burning Man was like a
Burning
thing.
Man?
Yeah.
Like he was like, man, you got to go to Burning Man. He's like showing me pictures, and he was like barely attended at this point. And I was like, this looks amazing. Like, what is this? But he's like the perfect guy for Burning Man.
Yeah.
Like
Well, I
just
don't-
wants to live life and bang everything and just experience everything the world has to offer.
He wasn't a terrible dude. He was just
No, he
weird,
just
eccentric.
He's
Yeah.
Burning
Weird, but-
Man.
but he
style.
wouldn't- he wasn't looking out for you. That was always there were a few instances where we just found out like he was blatantly lying to us about things, and we're like, "Oh, dude, you like been screwing us over." here."
That's right.
I
Never
don't-
mind. Yeah.
Obviously, this dude won the same case, but I don't get these people that oral hygiene is a bridge too far. Like running a
No shit.
running a fucking toothbrush over your fucking teeth once a day is fucking way too much.
Yeah.
Go
Once
to
or
the-
twice.
Right.
Once. Let's start with once before we get ahead of ourselves.
Exactly.
Like, and then going to the fucking dentist once every few years. I mean, obviously you need to go more than that, but like these people are like, fuck it, I ain't doing any of that shit. Like, you have to live with that. Like,
I got cavities.
Yeah, right.
No shit. You brush your teeth once
Boy,
since
yeah.
I met you.
it's really gonna hurt when I get that cavity filled, or when all your teeth slowly rot out of your fucking head. Which
Right.
one's worse?
Yeah.
You
That
see these
just
people.
reflects on your parents
Yeah, I guess so.
because they didn't see a value in it.
Yeah.
Family pictures are wonderful.
So you guys brush your teeth once or twice a day?
Definitely twice a day.
Yeah,
right.
same.
Yeah.
I mean,
Twice.
I think that's standard.
At minimum.
At minimum.
Yeah.
So sometimes you're going 3 or 4
Well,
times.
you know, if I'm home in the middle of the afternoon, I've been drinking coffee all morning. And,
Yeah.
You know, yeah, I'll brush my
Yeah.
teeth if I'm at home.
We used to have a buddy would shave 3 times. He would shave, lather up, shave, lather up, shave. And I was like, that is extreme. It's your boy Styles.
It's the right way to do it.
Yeah, that was his thing though.
Yeah.
But I'll get razor burn shaving
Oh, yeah.
once. I couldn't imagine.
Well, he's
shaving.
cooler than all of us.
Facts.
I get
Yeah.
a razor burn if I shave too often.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
like
me
I'll
too.
shave and then like
Yeah.
2 days later I'll decide, let me just shave again.
I cannot
Oh, man, it'll tear
shave
me up.
within 2 days of shaving.
Yeah.
Can't
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah. Ever since like scruff started being acceptable, I was like, thank God, because I was always sporting that, but by default, it wasn't always a cool look. It was like disheveled. Now it's like, ooh, look, scruff.
Yeah.
The norm now.
Yes. Thank
Having a
God.
beard's the norm here.
It's kind of like in your rotation. You know, like, all right, I'm clean shaved and it's going to roll for about a week.
Yeah.
And I got
Yeah.
a little scruff.
Right.
And then I'm going to shave again.
Yeah, because it used to be if you were clean shaven, you had to be clean shaven. Like,
Yeah, that scruff was a bad look.
yeah,
You know, you could be bearded, not scruffy, or clean shaven.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God
Beards
the world came
dominate
around
the
us.
culture these days. I
They
feel like
do.
Everybody has
At
a
least
beard.
here.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
for
we got-
sure.
Everyone in this room has a beard. I mean, I would consider that a beard.
It's just
He
scruff
really
with a
has.
goattee.
I mean, it's yeah, you're gross.
It's
You look-
beardy.
You sure you want to be doing the video thing?
Yeah. They already know.
That's true. All episode, all
Could
the
have cleaned up
comments.
the neckline a
That
little
dude
bit.
needs to clean his beard.
Yeah. Exactly.
I saw a picture of me just last year, and my beard was far less gray just a year ago.
That's how your beard rolls.
I'm blown away, man.
It gets grayer every year. Or actually, your beard like cycles like 2 to 3 years ahead of your age.
I'd say at least 5 to 10 years, but I also lie to myself about everything. Like,
No, I'm saying each year it comes in, you've gotten 1 year older, and your
Yeah.
beer's gotten 2 to 3 years.
I'll give you that for sure. Dude, I got us an interesting deli today that I think what I want to crack into is the bottle that's in the it's just in the kegerator there. I got something today from the Vale, and if I don't even know what this is.
It looks
called.
like something from Neverending Story.
No shit. Drink the green one.
Yeah, that's where the princess lived.
Oh my god, that does look like the Princess Castle.
Yeah.
Well, the nothing's coming because we're about to drink this. Say my name. So this is from the. Say my name, Bastian.
Yeah.
What was her name?
Oh, God. What was her name?
Anybody? I believe it's Martha.
Close.
It may be. I just released an ice maker.
No, not at all.
So
It was.
There's one cube just fell.
go ahead, pop that. It's from the Vale, and it's called Vast One. And
Sounds like Bastion.
if you go into the Vale, that place is in. Oh, now there's a. Did you see that bougie shit?
Neverending Story princess name.
That is the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
It's
Vale.
a cap on top of a cork.
Not gonna lie, when you pop that off, I was like,
Moonchild.
that didn't seem very.
Moonchild. There
it
it
didn't
is.
seem sealed.
No, I didn't hear
understand,
any. I didn't hear
you know,
anything,
those
and I was
are
like, "Ooh, it's gone bad."
Yeah,
That is so great. Who
I
puts
guess
a
it was
cork
just open.
underneath a fucking?
You're not fancy enough to understand it, Brendan.
I see that now.
Yeah.
I walked into the Vale today. That place has more of a cult following than any of these breweries
Really?
in Richmond.
Where is it?
It's right where they all are. You know, right there in Scott's Addition.
Oh, okay.
I walked in that bad boy. They opened at 4. I got there at like 4:02. I get there and I look and there's like a back against the door. And I'm like, oh man, there's not a line, is there? Or is it just, I'm thinking, it just must be some. You did not just. I'm glad this is all getting on video. He is crushing it. So there's a back directly against the door. And I'm like, I open the door and I realize there is a line from the bar that wraps around to the wall of the Vale and then all the way back to the door. And then I looked on the other end, they have another setup, another line that wraps and then is going along the back of the brewery. And this is all people getting cases and cans of beer. And I turned to like the hipster who regrets everything he's done because he doesn't have the hoops in his ears, but he has the big sagging emptiness.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, he's regretting
He needs to
that.
cut those with some trimmers and just sew them back together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How do you fix that?
Yeah,
Like
that's what you do. What I just said.
that's got to be it. 'Cause
Get some dikes, snip one end, cut out the middle,
Sew it
bring it
back
back
together.
up. That's it. Done and done.
Or you could look like an idiot for the next 4 years.
No, you just
Or the next 80 years, whatever.
I
No,
mean,
you just-
does it slowly come
Hell
back
no.
together?
No,
No.
once you stretch it far enough.
Oh, really?
you get some
you're-
dikes, you throw them
Yeah.
on the stove for about an hour.
Then it
we cut
cauterizes
just
it.
cauterizes it right
Exactly.
there.
That's
Yeah.
actually pretty bright.
I mean, when your old lady has a kid, does it go back?
Yes.
Hasn't been long enough yet, I guess. I don't know.
Yes, it does. So I don't know anything about this beer except when I get there, as you can imagine, the place is completely packed because
It is all sorts of brewery smells. That just jacked all the levels
Yeah,
up.
something just happened. Something serious. Oh, my volume went through the
Volume
roof.
went way high on my headphones.
Just a bit outside.
And
There you
there
go. That's what it was.
thank you, Pat. Glad to have you back.
Pat's back, guys.
That is
Did I see this beer's red as shit?
Yeah,
like
it looks
Kool-Aid.
like grape juice, grape drink, purple drink.
Yeah.
all I know is
We got some OJ, some soda, some purple stuff. What, Sonny D?
Keep all your real drinks. I want that artificial
Remember
shit.
that Chris Rock shit where he's like, oh no, Dave Chappelle. Where he's like, who? Is it Dave Chappelle or Chris Rock? He's like,
Chris Rock.
oh yeah, Chris Rock. He's like, next time you see that commercial, pay attention to the black kid. You look at him, he's like, I want that purple stuff.
All right, I think our levels are about back where they were to do some post work.
Wow, that is a lot
Yeah.
going on in that beer.
Walked away with my headphones on.
Oh, yeah, we saw that.
Yeah.
All right, you didn't.
Well,
you
at least it's not being filmed.
Exactly.
it was awesome.
Yeah.
Definitely not being filmed.
So I walk in there and the crowds
Filmed.
are ridiculous. And every guy is walking out with cases of beer. And I get up there and every 4-pack is like $30. I'm like, what in the fuck? But the Veil is the one that, there's that brewery up in Vermont, the Alchemist, and they're the ones who did Heady Topper. And remember, our boy Jackson brought in the Heady Topper.
Yeah.
And it is like the most well-known beer on the East Coast, I would say. And the guy who was like the right-hand person to that brewer is the one who came down here and opened the Veil. And because of that, it immediately developed the cult following amongst all the hotheads.
And no matter what he does, people are going to say it's good.
He's the second coming. You know, this is amazing. And he's here in Richmond. So everybody loses their fucking mind over this place. And every week they release a new IPA. Funny thing about it, every week it tastes just like the last fucking IPA. But
Yeah.
they change the bottle, and
In the name.
every idiot shows up on Tuesday, because that's the release, and buys it all up. Like, this guy can't stop just printing money.
Yeah.
They do have a series, the white Miata, the blue Miata, the black Miata, the whole Miata series. This week they had the Ferraris. They have like a few cars that this guy, and he just changes the name and color. It's
Cool.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
I've never thought their beer was that good, personally.
It's good. It's not. I don't understand what. I mean, I get the
I
story
mean, there's
behind it.
Ardent like a block away, which to me kicks the shit out of Vale.
I mean, Vale, if you like a big, juicy IPA, they do a good job. But I'm with you.
What's
There's-
a juicy IPA?
when it's all hazy and it really has that, like, it just really pops with all that, like,
Funk.
no, that hoppy flavor, but a really juicy one is really citrusy, and it really comes down to the
Are you
hazy.
saying what this is? That what this is?
No, so I'm in there and I'm talking to them, and I'm talking to the nerd in front of me, trying to get the lowdown because I'm buying all the beer from my brother-in-law. So because he wants the good Richmond IPAs. And I was like,
Yeah.
well, then I'll go to the place that every other schmuck goes to. And boy, did they
This
come
is
out
the
in
worst
droves.
bottle / label too. It doesn't. You can't tell anything from this.
No, I can. Oh,
Other than where Moonchild lives.
The owner of Vale is a listener.
Yeah.
He's like, God damn it.
I think this motherfucker just ripped the cover
I
off.
hope
our
he
house.
is.
Yeah. I'll tag him in it.
Actually, one of my good friends lives down the street from him.
Really? Mm-hmm. I bet he just drives a different Bentley every day of the week.
Probably.
It's crazy. But I went in there,
Craft beer money.
and I asked the guy in front of me who had his hoops out and his regret showing and
Regerts.
his regrets.
No regrets.
And I'm like,
Not one letter?
which one should I be getting from my brother-in-law? And he's like, oh, you got to get the buried alive.
Oh, yeah, because he likes.
Yeah, he likes the.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna get him.
He likes what? The IPA?
Yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna get him the biggest, baddest IPAs, at least coming out of Richmond. And when I get up to the front, this girl is sitting there, and I'm asking her. I was like, these are the ones I know I want, but what else should I be getting? And she's like, this, and points to that bottle. She called it something I cannot even recall. And she's like, it's got these different fruits in it and all this stuff. And she's like, it's the best beer we've ever made. I bought 6 of them the day it came out.
Wow.
And she's like, if you let it sit for a while, I was like, what if it sits for like 2 hours? Because
Yeah.
I'm driving back to do a podcast. And so I bought it. That's a $27 bottle of beer that we're drinking.
Jeez.
Do we know what it's called?
It says on the side of it,
Vast one.
Vast One.
It's the one they couldn't sell, so it was like a
Yeah.
contest.
Right.
Just try to get any customer
This
to buy
schmuck.
this thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This dummy comes in,
We
doesn't
spent
know what
so
he's
much
doing.
money on the bottling.
They pay that girl $15 an hour to stand there and tell people that that's the best beer ever.
To get rid of the overstock shit.
Is it a sour ale?
I mean, you're drinking it. What do you think? I mean,
No,
can you? I definitely
it's-
think it's a sour. It's a goza of some sort. But it's also definitely got a lot of fruit in it.
It is.
Pat, why don't you go and give us your description of it? Because I'd love to hear what you
Can't
think.
even read the words on here, like, because of the way it's printed.
No, I
So
couldn't either.
stupid.
I thought it was just my eyes.
Let me see. I'm way younger than you guys.
Well, and you've got the giant light you set up right behind you. What do you think of that, Pat?
It's light.
The
it's
texture
fruity,
on that label
has a
prevents
little
you from reading.
sourness to it. I honestly don't know. I don't drink enough craft beer to really hone
0
in.
is awful. 5 is the best. You can go between the numbers.
So she said, let this sit for a couple hours.
It's 5.5%.
Take it out of the refrigerator and
Tastes a
let
lot
it sit.
strong. No, she was just saying it'll age well.
Because that's what some fucking lame beer nerd would say.
I'm not arguing with you, Troy. I'm just repeating.
I mean, it's good. I don't know if I feel like it's one of those things where the more you drink it, the better it gets.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you that. It certainly takes some acclimation.
Yeah.
It's
It's
red.
light.
It's fruity. It tastes like a Goza.
This beer's fucking trash, man.
All right, well, what do you think then, Troy?
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
It's overpriced. It tastes like it really. I'm literally having a flashback to communion. Like it tastes like bad grape juice.
Ditto.
I mean, it's if I sat this down and gave it to you, you would not think it's a beer. You would not you wouldn't know what it was because it's that bad. It is
Might lean towards cider.
Here's a question
it's
for you:
spoiled grape juice.
Is it better than wine?
See, I don't drink a lot of wine at all.
Yeah, but
so
taste wise, is it better than
it
wine?
might be. I mean,
Well, maybe some wine, but like if you like wine, wine's
yeah. If
fucking
you
awesome.
everybody else seems to love wine. I don't. But see, I don't like red wine because I don't like anything that's room temperature. So I do like some whites, but this is not good.
So 1 to 5?
I wouldn't even rank this. It's not a beer. I don't even know what this is.
It's a Goza.
I like Gozas.
He's right.
I like Gozas.
I mean, it's definitely a Goza. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. She
I mean,
said
we
it,
had a bunch of beers like
Spoiled
this at
grape
the
drink.
answer.
Those were the
but those were
juices.
tasty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those were very good. So
And
you're
they had
giving it
more. They had more flavor profiles going on in them.
so you're giving it a 0?
0.5. I
Okay,
mean,
a 0.5?
this is not good. There's a lot of things I don't like about it. The taste is awful. The packaging is awful. The price point's awful. I can't rightfully tell someone to go buy this beer and enjoy it.
It's
I feel like I would be letting anyone down if I told them that.
extremely astringent.
Yes,
I think is probably the word I'm looking for there. It's clearly been aged in a wine barrel of sorts. I mean, it's definitely done time in a wine barrel.
Yeah.
I can't tell if it's. I would guess it's a red wine, but it's so bubbly that I would liken it to a rosé if you're going to even try to put it on there. But the sour is really doing some weird things. If I had to guess, it's got a couple fruits in it that it's been aged in, and then it was aged in a wine barrel. As far as the beer goes, I think it's a little. The sour doesn't go well with whatever wine flavor is going in there.
No.
It's almost like a really bad Chardonnay. So it's funny when you said wine. I'm going to be gentle and give it a 2, but 1.5 is where I originally went.
yeah.
Out of 194 ratings, it has 4.37 stars.
Well, of course, because it's coming from the
Yeah.
most hipster place in all of the Richmond beer scene. People love it.
What is that on? Is that on?
That's got to be on
Untapped.
tap. Oh, yeah,
Tap.
that's probably.
Dark sweet cherries.
What do you think?
I enjoy it. So
I don't mind it.
Yeah. No, I enjoy it. So I like it because I don't know why I'm like comparing it to wine because it tastes
Yeah.
to me like wine.
It's
It does,
wine.
yeah.
But I would rather drink this any day than any wine you could ever put in front of me. So that gives it an advantage to me.
Interesting.
So get this.
Uh-huh.
Musty funk is a description.
I believe that. She
And I
did say
think,
something about
That's a good way to articulate what I was
Yeah.
thinking. Some sort of funk to it.
that funk comes from that sour and the wine, though. It's definitely wine.
Yeah.
I mean, in the flavor,
Right.
but bubbly like beer.
Right.
It's odd.
So
Are there really cherries in it? Is that what it? Because that could be it. It could be.
That's what some beer nerd said. I'm sure.
right. But no, I enjoy it. It obviously it's extremely expensive, so I would hesitate to buy it because
yeah, that's
it's not worth it.
Scaled it back a bit for me,
But
knowing
just
what I
the
paid
flavor,
for it.
but just the flavor of it, I enjoy the flavor of it. It's it tastes like a wine beer, a carbonated wine is what it tastes
Yeah.
like.
Yes.
With a little bit of fruit in it.
It's a wine spritzer.
Yeah.
Wine with some champagne.
very much
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
But not as dry as the reds. It's
No.
got more fruity
Little
flavor in
acidic,
it.
but,
Yeah. So I would probably give it. Oh, this is a really tough one.
I just think it's embarrassment to call it a beer.
Is it deli worthy? That's what I don't know.
That's
You
the
know
thing,
what I
because
mean?
your score is the one that's going to have us ring it
Yeah.
or not.
I mean, I like it, so I guess I have to give it a deli. So I would say What's a deli? 3?
Low end is 3.
3. I'd give it a 3.
3.5 is where it starts to really.
Yeah, it gets a 3.
Yep, there it is. The light bell.
3 light taps.
I mean, I won't lie. I reached for it. I'm going to fill it up.
Yeah, actually, I'd give it a 3.5. The more
Oh.
I think about it, I do like it.
I mean, I'm not spending $27
No,
on it.
I wouldn't
but,
buy it.
I
if
mean,
this
I don't know how
was
many
being
ounces
poured,
is in
I'd
that
probably
bottle.
drink it until
I mean, there might be.
she gone.
There's probably not even
And I
two.
think that's why it's priced that way. It's priced like wine.
There's probably not even
they-
2 full pours in that bottle.
Put it in a wine style bottle. I'm guessing it's a 750 milliliter bottle. Guessing.
Yeah, I mean,
It's interesting. It got a deli, that rat bastard.
I mean, I'm drinking it consistently. And funny enough, I thought about asking for more 5 minutes ago.
That's crazy. I never would have expected that. As soon as I tasted it, I thought I have really stepped in it today.
yeah.
Yeah, no. I'd rather drink something like this than an IPA any day of the week.
Oh, same here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's that shows your distaste for beer.
He truly,
No,
truly
IPAs
hates
are.
IPAs.
I mean,
I hate IPAs.
IPA is good beer, but I can't do it anymore. It's
No.
just
I don't like
too
them either.
hoppy.
I'm with you.
Way too hoppy.
Yeah.
But we have found a lot over the years of doing this that there are decent IPAs out there. So
We've proven
I would
that.
rather have those than this.
I think
any
I'm with
day.
you. I would gravitate towards those.
Yeah, because ultimately I do want a beer taste.
But
not
this is what the veil
fruit
does.
drink.
They put things over the top in a direction, and they go with it, and the beer nerds lose.
they got everybody
their
drinking
minds.
the Kool-Aid literally right now.
That's right.
It is. Even I saw that last time I poured it. It was. I guess it was coming through your light setup here for the video, and I was like, I think I see red. Like
It's like Welch's
pretty,
grape juice.
Pretty bright.
Oh, it is very bright red.
That's wild. Well, not bad.
No.
But it's would you consider this a holiday drink?
No. I consider it a...
That's a good question.
A better
What makes
version
a
of
holiday
wine.
drink?
You know, I was torn because the next episode is our annual holiday drink showdown.
Yeah,
Which I
this will
believe,
be our 3rd year doing it.
and I believe I've won every year, right?
Or if... That's a weird way to say 0 years.
I knew it was an all or nothing.
I think you meant never won every year.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. In fact, I know for a fact that's it. I have gotten
Yeah.
0 W's on the holiday wine challenge,
you're
holiday
up for
drink
run.
challenge,
Yeah, but you got 3 L's.
Yeah, exactly.
which is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is pretty nice. Yeah, I have been consistently bad at this little game we play once a year.
We've only done it twice.
But you guys each have a W.
Yes.
So
First year was the
Yeah.
eggnog challenge, and Brendan, for those who don't remember, Brendan went and bought all the high end everything.
I spent more
He only
money
went to
than
I
Walmart,
remember.
crushed it.
literally bought Pet,
Yeah.
the cheapest eggnog in the world.
Ever.
And I bought the Homestead Creamery, the most expensive eggnog in the world.
Yeah.
And we learned something that day. Money doesn't matter.
Then last year we changed it up to holiday drinks, and that's where that's what we're doing again this year.
But what makes a holiday
a
drink?
holiday drink? Because if you Google that shit, which I've done, you get all kinds of weird answers.
If you're not going to drink it in the summer, it's a holiday drink.
It's either needs to be spicy or creamy, right?
But there's nothing... It's just based on what's available. So do you... I mean, you can't get eggnog in the summertime, really. No one sells it. But there's nothing that I would drink during the holidays that I wouldn't drink in the...
You drink eggnog before you hit the beach?
I would.
He loves
But
it.
you
I
would drink
a
a
White
white-
Russian.
that was
Same
actually-
thing.
Actually, I did drink a White Russian
Yeah.
once. No.
Once that was your.
Well, yeah, because I went to the beach after drinking a White Russian. And thought,
Yeah.
Well, this was a bad idea.
Okay, so
Right.
once
Milk
before
was
going
a
to the
bad
beach.
idea.
But I thought,
you've
man,
had-
they are delicious.
Yeah,
I feel like
exactly.
I feel like it's got to be spiced, right?
or creamy. I think those are the two.
Some cinnamon.
Cinnamon matters.
Mint.
Mint
Mint.
matters. Well, next week
Are
we'll,
both of your drinks cold?
Mine
Well,
is.
last year I did hot.
You did?
Last year I did mulled cider,
Ah.
and you guys hated it.
Really?
That's not true.
You wonder how many people do you guys like hot alcoholic drinks?
I do.
Yeah.
I do like a hot cider.
I mean, you've done a lot of time in Italian restaurants. How often do people at the end of the meal order a coffee with some booze in it?
Not that often, but people do,
It's
But
a thing.
That's what I'm wondering,
Irish
because you're in the
coffee,
kind of place,
Baileys
though.
and coffee.
I almost did Irish coffee.
I think that Italian I know the Italians always had some kind of after dinner drink.
Well, I do like coffee after dinner, so why not add some Jameson or some Baileys to it?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean that's certainly not a holiday drink, but I like a
If you're gonna give
warm
me a drink.
a warm boozy drink.
How do you get into coffee after drinks? After dinner. I know that's something like people did back in the past, but I feel like that's not anything that goes on anymore.
I've always been a believer in it because my dad would always go out to dinner. He would drink the whole time through dinner.
Oh, and get the coffee to
And then he would
sober
go,
up.
He would say, "Whoa, no. I need my coffee. I'm going to drive." And in my mind, that was scientific.
That was resetting.
Like that really worked. And it was
wiping the board clean.
Yeah. All the toxins are gone.
It wasn't until much later that I realized, wait a minute, now you're just jacked up and drunk.
That's what
Yeah.
I was going to say. Yeah,
But that was his
I
logic.
guess you are buying yourself an extra 15, 20 minutes, though, right?
But I guess that was
better
part of it.
concentration. You know,
I'm convinced that coffee
Tighten
is
up.
like smoking a cigarette. It's just like
Oh,
something to do.
love-
It's like that way to me.
I
I don't
love
know.
coffee.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Because I was a daily coffee drinker in my old job because I had an office and I bought a coffee pot and I would just make a half pot of coffee and drink a half pot of coffee
Yeah.
every day. Now I never drink it. Like it's just one of those things you get into and you start doing it all the time. Not to say I don't like a cup of coffee every now and then. I do, but I'm not wake up. I'm not that freaking Kathy cartoon or like gotta have my coffee
Yeah.
before I do anything.
I
Like,
do look forward to it every single day, though.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
and if
How
I
much
come,
do you drink?
I drink 4 days a week.
How much coffee do you drink a day?
Well, certainly 2 cups every morning.
but
Sometimes
what constitutes a cup? Because a cup of coffee is like 6 ounces. But
let's
like
just say standard.
I would drink like
coffee
2.
cup.
I would drink 6 cups because I would have half a pot. Like I'd have 2 big ass.
Yeah.
But it doesn't jack me up like it jacks some people.
Well,
up.
I'm the
Like,
same. I'm like
I could
you.
drink a cup
Yeah.
right now and go lay
I'm the
down and go to
exact same
sleep.
way. Angela's like, if I have a cup of coffee at 7, I'll be up all night. I'm like, not me. Shit
Yeah.
does not faze me.
I can drink.
That's what you say, but then you have
Multiple-
that one cup that's a little too late in the evening. You'll be up for a while.
I can drink multiple cups of coffee in the morning, but if I drink coffee in the afternoon,
It's the coffee challenge.
say I drink 2 cups of coffee in the
How many
afternoon,
cups of
That
coffee
would
we
be
could
awesome.
drink.
No,
Next
just, I like
episode,
different flavor. Like
Everyone drink a cup of coffee and see who goes to sleep
when
first.
we
when
do
you guys get home.
Sunday episodes out here. We
drink
do
coffee.
Yeah. Morning episodes.
but I find if I drink coffee in the afternoon, it affects me very differently than if I drink it in the morning.
Same
Yeah.
here.
It gets me jittery and not feeling great. I don't really like it much in the afternoon, but in the morning I can just keep
It's
drinking
like a
it.
jump
Well, I
start.
usually drink 3. I drink 2 in the morning, usually 1 before work, 1 when I get to work.
We're talking like a full mug, regular full mug. Is
Coffee
I mean,
cup
like,
for me.
10 ounces, 12 ounces.
Yeah.
You know,
I either will buy the giant one at Sheetz, like the 24 ouncer, that have 1 cup of coffee that day. But if it's at home and I got the pot, I definitely fill up 2 cups. Sometimes I'll go back for a third.
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot of red eyes, though.
Does the
You
wife
know,
do
like
way more than you?
Throw an espresso shot in there.
I never drank coffee till my wife.
Does she drink way more than you?
Oh yeah, no, she's a coffee addict.
Oh, really?
Like yeah, like she puts a shot of
she's a
espresso in her
connoisseur.
coffee.
I do too.
Really?
So
That's
like-
what Pat was just
I
saying.
can only do it once. You know, it's like one of those things where you do that once in the morning,
Yeah, it's the red eye.
and then can't do that again.
Pat
though.
just
Too
said
much.
that.
Yeah, well that's what she does.
But then I usually have
Agreeing.
one after lunch. You know, just to kind of digest.
Keep the
and-
day going?
Yeah, like keep me awake.
Yeah, I
But are
used
you
to
really
do
doing
that.
at this point doing it to keep you awake or doing it out of habit?
Oh no! I understand the whole brewing a coffee pot and then just drinking that until it's gone. But no, this is like I love to have a cup of coffee in the morning. Kind of just gets me going.
Yeah.
Once I get to work, settled in, have another cup. Then when I come, in from after lunch, that kind of keeps me awake.
So it's for the experience.
I think to your point,
It's
it is
not so much
ritualistic.
for-
No, I think
It's
it's more
definitely
for the energy.
ritualistic.
Like
I think you're
the
telling yourself
alertness.
that.
Yes.
I mean, I don't
But-
need it. Like I don't think I need it, but I
But I
do
think
enjoy
you're-
it. Yeah.
The first
I
time
don't
that
need
you
it.
had a cigarette, it threw you for a loop. I mean, it was like, oh my God, how is this legal?
Yeah.
Like your head was spinning. You couldn't believe all that was happening. I mean, cigarettes will screw you up. But then you went through a stage in your life, you would smoke a pack a day.
Yeah.
Never had that. And that's when it became a ritual.
Right.
But there is a chemical reaction that's going on. And it's
For
the same
sure.
thing
Oh,
with
yeah.
coffee. That
Yes.
first time I had a Starbucks coffee, I was just like, oh my God.
I'm just saying, I think I like the act of of drinking a cup of coffee more than I like what it does to me.
I'm with you. I'm the same way.
I think that's because you're at that point now, though. That's all I'm saying. That chemical
I would just
reaction
say
is still
I would
occurring.
say
I'm
that
not saying it's not occurring, but it's not that I am extra awake.
I just
Yeah,
think
I'll
it
give you
affects
that.
everyone differently.
Yeah, I
mean-
fully
Oh,
agree
it
with
does.
that,
There's
for sure.
people that smoke weed and have
there's-
$1 million jobs.
Like I'm saying, there's
There's like
people that are
caffeine-
like you can't talk to me. I'm miserable
Yeah,
until
yeah.
I'm like I've never been that way in my life.
Those
Yeah.
people are assholes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Let's just put that out.
Right.
Anytime someone says "Don't talk to me before your coffee," how about we just stop talking?
yeah.
Yeah.
They're
'Cause
probably waiting. in
You're
line
a
to
douche
fail.
all day
Yeah.
long.
Exactly.
You're looking for a reason to be an asshole.
Yeah, you're
Exactly.
excusing the fact that you suck
Yeah.
a lot of the time.
Well, I know certain people can't drink soda because like the caffeine in a soda will send them bouncing around the room. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't affect me like that.
Me neither.
Soda caffeine, I feel like, doesn't affect me at all.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
You know, like
If I can't
Shouldn't
get
it
my
all be
hands-
the same?
Or
Shouldn't
chocolate.
caffeine
It
be the
is.
same?
It is the
Yep.
same.
Yeah.
But if I can't get my hands on a coffee, I'll drink a Coke.
Have any of you tried Black Rifle? Because I'm dying to.
Yes,
And
it's amazing. In fact,
is it amazing
you've had it.
flavor?
Yeah, you brought the.
You had it once on.
Yeah, I don't remember. Is it amazing flavor?
Yeah, it was good.
Not just like strength, but is it like good?
Yeah, it's quite good coffee. But
Black
Is that who made
Rifle.
the? Is that the guys who made the? What was it called? The name of the caffeinated coffee we had an acronym for a name.
oh no,
Caffeinated
that was
coffee?
badass. The one you're talking about,
Yeah.
is badass coffee. That was a whole different brand. But we had Black Rifle coffee one
No, it was
day.
like caffeinated
on
as
it.
fuck or something was the name of it.
Yeah.
That's it. CAF, caffeinated as fuck. Yeah.
And like we each had a cup and we were like, "Ugh."
Maybe that's it was a Black Rifle though.
Yeah, I think
Because
Black Rifle makes that.
we had it one morning for a Sunday episode, and it was like I think I'm only gonna have one. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was getting a little concerned with
Right.
the situation
Yeah.
at hand.
Black
pretty
Rifle's awesome. It goes towards a good cause too. It's a little
It
more
does.
expensive, but
Yeah, but they're certainly jacking it up. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
I don't think you can say it's not worth it.
right.
You know, if
that's
you're
how you know
into
you
it.
drink it for the habit. If you drink some Black Rifle and then you go back for more,
Yes.
despite knowing you're jacked up
Yeah,
already.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, I just want another cup of coffee
Right,
to have
yeah.
next to me.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're making me want to have a cup of coffee.
Me too.
We actually talked about it.
I've
Before-
got it. We
before
can,
this
we can
episode.
whip up some serious coffee.
Let's
So
do
uh,
this.
I don't know if you remember this, but you're the one that convinced me to drink black coffee, Brendan.
Because it's good for you.
Yes.
I saw him walking out of 7-Eleven one day, and the lid was off. I was like, "You drink your coffee black?" He's like, he gave me the whole sales pitch on antioxidants and
Yeah.
you know how good it is for you.
Yeah, I agree.
It's
And
a
just
fact.
doesn't
I went
taste as
black, and I
good.
never went back
yeah.
after that.
Yeah, I
how
agree.
it's done. No.
I do still do cream only. I kicked sugar, but once if you can just do cream, you can do black. It's
Yeah.
just basically the same.
The thing is, once you're doing cream, you are adding fat.
but I love
Very
it.
good.
I love
Sure,
that.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying, black coffee is antioxidant rich. It's actually very good for you on some levels. They show that it actually helps your body in a lot of ways.
Yeah, but
when you
you're
add
not losing
cream-
any of that with
Well,
the cream, right?
Yeah,
Well,
but
you're just adding fat.
But
So
that's
you
what you
are-
want.
yeah, but
though,
you're
right?
adding. It's
yeah, that's
marginal.
what you're ingesting.
It's marginal.
You're ingesting more fat, whereas coffee,
But
in
don't
and
you
of
want
itself,
fat, though, is what I'm saying.
According to paleo and a lot of today's research, yes, you
Right.
do want a certain amount of fat in your diet.
Yeah, yeah.
And I actually enjoy it with cream, but to this day, I typically drink my coffee black during the week, and then
Yeah.
on the weekends, it's full of cream.
Yeah.
'Cause
Joe
that's
Rogan
like
says
my
just
time.
use heavy whipping cream and
Yeah, exactly.
not anything else.
The problem is the
Which is
sugars. As
delicious.
soon as you add sugar to your
Oh,
coffee,
yeah.
you're ruining yourself.
If you can wean yourself out of the sugar, and I did that, it took me like 2 weeks of just fighting through it, and then after that, it was like, ew, I don't want that sugar. And now, if you try one that's got sugar in it, you're like,
Yeah.
ugh.
oh
way
yeah, I
too
don't
sweet.
need candy first thing
right.
in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
My Cocoa Puffs. And
Right.
my
Well, that's what all those.
Frappuccino.
I'll eat some
That's what
Cocoa
all.
Well,
and they're
let's be
delicious. That's what all those Starbucks coffees are.
ones.
I mean, they're straight. They're
Candy.
Yeah, it's straight milkshakes, heated up milkshakes.
Yeah.
Like, and they're delicious.
They make amazing candy coffee,
Yeah.
but like their regular coffee.
The regular coffee
dog
is
shit.
garbage.
Oh man, I like the regular coffee.
Starbucks?
Only because Starbucks created the brand
like
that
trash.
was so strong. No,
Huh?
no, the
Yeah, yeah.
strength
No, that's-
of the
he's-
caffeine. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's just this dark. You know, it gets me going.
Yeah.
Apparently, they
I hate the flavor.
They over
I'm not a
roast.
huge fan of it.
They
but
over
the
roast
strength-
their beans.
Oh,
because,
really?
Yeah, because
It does taste burned.
The problem is that when you're sourcing that many coffee beans, it is very difficult to give it a uniform flavor from
Right.
this Starbucks to the next Starbucks. So they over roast it ever so slightly to give it a slightly different flavor. Well, that over roasting will compensate for the variations in the beans around the world. So this way you have a consistent Starbucks flavor. We've all now adopted it and said, okay, this is what Starbucks coffee tastes like, and that's why it's uniform. It's over roasted.
Yeah.
It's fantastic, though. And it does jack you up.
Yeah. But then it's like you get that, the cheap coffee. It's all like Folgers.
Oh, yeah.
You couldn't put enough Folgers into my cup.
Right.
You ever
Make
had
that
chock
shit
full of
worthwhile.
nuts?
No.
Chock full of nuts is like, same
Yeah.
idea, ground up crap, dirt cheap. That stuff will jack you up.
Really?
I absolutely love chock full of nuts. And I think I'm partial to it because my grandfather used to keep like stuff in chock full of nuts cans, like all over in his shed.
Yeah.
So as a kid, I'd be like, oh, that's cool. But then I started drinking it later in life, and I was like, for a instant shitty coffee, my God, this stuff is potent.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of chock full of nuts. It's a damn good coffee. Give it a try. Wouldn't say it's the best tasting coffee. But it tases like camping
I like
or
Dunkin'
Bonnaroo.
Donuts.
to me.
Well, clearly we just like how much it jacks you up and not the taste.
That's
Based
it.
on
You guys ever
Starbucks.
tried cocaine?
Yeah.
You want a coffee?
That's
Right.
great.
That's basically chock full of nuts. It's really good.
Pretty much.
And you don't end up with a deviated septum.
Yeah.
That's a whole other conversation
got that
for next
going for you.
episode.
Yeah, next episode.
Yeah.
We'll save
Along with our
that.
drink special.
Yeah, next episode will be the drink special. This will be me going for the three-peat. Pretty excited about
Keep
that.
the streak alive.
Unfortunately, I think I got a fighting chance. I don't know what you guys have brought to the table, but I know what I've got. We'll talk about it next episode. We'll release the hounds, but I'm pretty fired up. I'm giving something different a try. I went out on a limb big time.
Can't wait to
Nice.
hate it.
I can't wait for you to hate it. You're going to be very excited. In fact, when I tell you what it is, you will hate it.
Awesome.
Can't wait.
Looking forward to it myself, guys.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. Well, I hope everybody out there had a Merry Christmas and the holiday season in general is treating you as well as it.
Maha is the right way to say Merry Christmas to you.
Oh, I just knocked out my headphones. Well, there we go.
There you go. Don't need those.
Now, hey, and Pat, it was great having
Hell
you
yeah,
back,
dude.
man.
Good to be back.
I hope that
Don't be so scarce.
I know.
let's
I know.
hope this isn't just a Christmas miracle, but a precursor of things to come for
God bless
2019.
us.
Hell yeah.
That's right.
I would love to have you back.
Give
man.
the
Yeah.
people what they
Great.
want.
Birds.
And
Oh,
if
you
ever-
guys want more birds? I got lots of birds. Been watching birds a lot recently.
Thank you for coming, man. It's always good
Yeah,
to
man.
have you here. If you guys haven't had a chance to reach out to us, please do so at InsideThePalletHouse@gmail.com or hit us up on Twitter and Instagram at ITPH Podcast or simply Cincinnati Swap, the closest friend, or whatever phone's next to you.
Yeah. They don't have to be a friend.
Sign
Yeah.
them up for the show. That would be your Christmas gift to us and to them.
Start tagging people in airports.
That's right.
Yeah.
Quite literally,
That's the
the
way to
least
do it.
you could do.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Head over to the Facebook page, give us a like, and if you haven't reviewed us, do that.
Check us out on YouTube.
Yeah. Inside the Pallet House on YouTube.
On YouTube.
That's
It's
right.
officially
That's
here.
right.
Healy has taken it upon himself to create videos. Loving it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be talking to you next year. I had to do it. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Later.
Cheers.
That was a pretty good podcast on today.